Get ready for the biggest stories dominating the news cycle right now. We start with a look back at rock royalty. We dive into the controversial incident that led to Grace Slick's ouster from Jefferson Starship in 1978. We explore the drama surrounding that pivotal moment and how it changed the course of a legendary band. This is the story of Grace Slick and the turbulence that defined her career. Like the new Raptor 3 engines and the fully reusable booster design, and the intense race against time that is shaping the future of lunar missions. Will SpaceX secure the contract, or will Blue Origin take the lead? This is a make-or-break moment for Elon Musk and the future of space travel. Experts are debating whether the Starship V3's success will secure NASA's Artemis program, or if competitors like Blue Origin will steal the spotlight. Don't miss a single second of this explosive space race. Stay locked in because the future of space is launching right now. Grace Slick's storied career with Jefferson Airplane and its successors, Jefferson Starship, is marked by iconic musical contributions and significant controversy. While Slick's powerful voice and magnetic presence defined much of the band's legacy, her tenure was not without its dramatic setbacks. A particularly infamous incident at an overseas show in June 1978 led to her temporary ouster from Jefferson Starship. Historical context reveals that Jefferson Airplane had released an album in 1966 featuring Sean Tolley Anderson as the lead singer before Slick joined. Slick immediately contributed key tracks from her previous work, White Rabbit and Somebody to Love, to the band's album Surrealistic Pillow, which was instrumental in establishing Jefferson Airplane as a leader in the psychedelic movement. Following the initial run of Jefferson Airplane, the group transitioned into Jefferson Starship, achieving chart success largely through Marty Balin's ballads. This artistic shift left Slick feeling unsettled regarding the band's direction. By 1978, Slick was grappling with dissatisfaction over the artistic path and issues related to alcohol overuse, which manifested in public escapades. The pivotal event occurred during a West Germany tour. The first show was canceled due to Slick's inebriation, but the situation escalated during a subsequent makeup date. Reports indicated that Slick displayed erratic behavior, including cursing and making inappropriate references, notably concerning Germany's role in World War II. This display of conduct drew global attention to the band's situation. In response to the controversy, Paul Kantner requested Slick's resignation. Slick complied, ending her tenure with Jefferson Starship for a period. The band subsequently changed its musical direction, moving toward a harder rocking sound, eventually welcoming Mickey Thomas as a new lead singer. Grace Slick eventually reconciled with the Jefferson Starship members in 1981, and later, she returned to the group for a subsequent iteration of Starship, contributing to pop-oriented #1 singles alongside Thomas. SpaceX is preparing for the 12th test flight of its massive Starship rocket, scheduled for May 20. The launch window is set to open at 5:30 p.m. CT, which corresponds to 4:00 a.m. IST on May 21. This flight marks a significant milestone, representing the first launch of the next generation of Starship and Super Heavy vehicles since October 2025, and the 12th overall launch of the world's largest rocket since April 2023. The test will utilize a newly designed launch pad at SpaceX's South Texas facility, designated as Pad 2. This upgraded pad features an enhanced propellant farm, providing increased storage capacity and additional pumps to facilitate rapid vehicle refueling. This upcoming flight will debut Starship version 3, the most powerful iteration yet. This system incorporates an upgraded Super Heavy booster and an upper stage named Ship. The fully integrated vehicle will stand 407 feet tall, an increase of 4 feet over its predecessor, and will be powered by 33 Raptor-class engines. A key feature of this new design is the capability for mid-flight refueling via orbital fuel transfer with other vehicles. SpaceX's test strategy for this flight is focused on simulating real space conditions. The plan includes landing the Super Heavy booster in the Gulf of Mexico, which has been officially renamed the Gulf of America by executive order. Furthermore, the mission will involve deploying over 22 Starlink satellites to rigorously test the system's capabilities. SpaceX is scheduled to launch the Starship version 3 on Wednesday, May 20, from its South Texas facility at 6:30 p.m. ET. This flight represents the first Starship test launch since last October and is a critical component of NASA's Artemis program aimed at returning humans to the moon. The Starship V3 vehicle is a massive undertaking, standing 407 feet tall and equipped with 33 powerful Raptor engines, featuring mid-flight refueling capabilities designed to support extended missions. The objective of this test flight is to rigorously test the rocket's latest upgrades in a simulated flight environment. Key mission objectives include attempting to land the Super Heavy booster in the Gulf of Mexico and deploying over 22 Starlink satellites to validate system performance. Furthermore, the mission will put new launch pad enhancements to the test, including faster refueling procedures and mechanical arms for booster recovery, all of which are essential steps in preparing for future deep space and lunar missions. SpaceX is gearing up for a critical test flight with its newest and most powerful vehicle, the Starship V3, with a tentative launch scheduled for May 19th, marking its 12th test flight. This development intensifies the high-stakes competition between SpaceX, led by Elon Musk, and Blue Origin, headed by Jeff Bezos, to secure America's return to the moon. The Starship V3 represents a significant leap in capability, standing approximately 408 feet tall and capable of carrying 4,050 tons of fuel, an increase from the previous version. SpaceX is aggressively pursuing this development, with NASA anticipating the use of a specialized Starship HLS version for the Artemis III mission next year, with potential for Artemis IV to land astronauts on the lunar surface. However, analysts warn that challenges remain. A key hurdle for SpaceX is achieving a stable orbit, as the Starship has previously failed to maintain a stable orbit successfully. Meanwhile, Blue Origin is rapidly advancing its Blue Moon Mk-1 lunar lander, raising concerns that NASA might opt for Blue Origin for future moon missions. Space analyst Girish Lingana highlighted the necessity of a stable orbit, explaining that the rocket must achieve extreme speed and altitude to counteract gravity. Furthermore, significant engineering upgrades have been implemented in the Super Heavy V3 first-stage booster. These include stronger, larger grid fins, repositioned fins for better heat protection, and the integration of a permanent vented interstage, which eliminates discarded components and pushes SpaceX closer to fully reusable rockets. Other improvements focus on enhanced engine performance, with the new Raptor 3 engines delivering increased thrust and a redesigned fuel transfer tube designed for smoother maneuvers during landing. SpaceX is also addressing the critical issue of in-orbit refueling, though disagreements exist between SpaceX and NASA regarding the number of tanker launches required to mitigate fuel boil-off losses during long stays in space. Flight 12 will utilize the new Pad 2 at Starbase in Texas, featuring modified Mechazilla tower arms for faster booster recovery. While SpaceX plans Flight 12 as a suborbital test to validate upgrades, the outcome is crucial. If the test fails, it could be a major setback for Musk, especially as Blue Origin continues its preparations for its lunar lander. NASA Chief Jard Isaacman has indicated that the agency will select the first ready lunar lander, underscoring the intense race between the two space giants.